Integrity is when what you think and what you say and what you do are one. You learn a lot about someone by what they choose to do when no one is watching. Right is right even if no one is doing it. Wrong is wrong even if everyone is doing it. The most precious reputation is the one you have with yourself. Living a life of integrity pays off, but it takes a very long time. We must not allow ourselves to become like the system we oppose. Don't sacrifice your authenticity to please the world. Calamity and prosperity are the touchstones of integrity. You should not lead one life in private and another in public. Integrity might take a long time to pay off economically, but it pays off instantly through inner peace. If you are greedy for the short term, you will be unethical. If you are greedy for the long term, you will be ethical. The art of acting morally is behaving as if everything we do matters. Authenticity is the gap between your thoughts and your actions. The smaller the gap, the more genuine the lifestyle. The most important quality in a leader is integrity, doing the right thing even when it's hard. Saying yes, or maybe, when we mean no, cheapens our word, diminishes our sense of self-respect, and compromises our integrity. The time is always right to do what is right. Integrity is discovering what's inside and acting on it. There is no such thing as a minor lapse of integrity. You have enemies? Good. That means you've stood up for something, sometime in your life. Remember that reputation and integrity are your most valuable assets, and can be lost in a heartbeat. Low integrity moves are much more visible than high integrity moves. I think somehow we learn who we really are and then live with that decision. The man of integrity walks securely, but he who takes crooked paths will be found out. I would pick the authentic asshole over the inauthentic crowd pleaser any day. A person who is too scared to be authentic equals a coward. If you stay authentic, you don't have to worry or think about your reputation. It'll build itself. Authenticity is when you say and do the things you actually believe. Integrity compounds infinitely, capability always decays. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. To be authentic is to be at peace with your imperfections. Integrity. When you care more for the hard truth than the easy lie. Nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of your own mind. Tomorrow is made easier by integrity, not expediency. Being yourself means choosing integrity over conformity. The more you live with integrity, the higher your self-esteem. Instead of trying to guess and predict what other people want, commit to showing up as yourself. You are looking for three things, generally, in a person: intelligence, energy, and integrity. And if they don't have the last one, don't even bother with the first two. If you are ever tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your integrity. If you need a witness, be your own. You can resolve to live your life with integrity. Let your credo be this: let the lie come into the world, let it even triumph. But not through me. Our character is what we do when we think no one is looking. Integrity is what someone does, despite what they say they do. Integrity is telling myself the truth. And honesty is telling the truth to other people. Integrity is the ability to stand by an idea. Integrity is holding ourselves to the same high standards that we have for others. Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. The soul that is within me no man can degrade. We need to find the courage to say no to the things and people that are not serving us if we want to rediscover ourselves and live our lives with authenticity. The less you need the approval of others, the easier it is to do what's right over what's easy. We want to make sure that what we are doing is genuine, absolutely genuine, not presenting further problems or creating further pain. Whatever we do has to be genuine, true, and straightforward. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself again and again. The self is not something ready-made, but something in continuous formation through choice of action. Remember always that you not only have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. Trust has two dimensions, competence and integrity. We will forgive mistakes of competence. Mistakes of integrity are harder to overcome. You can't teach drive. You can't teach competitiveness. You can't teach integrity. You can't teach resourcefulness. Higher traits you can't teach. If you act always with authenticity, you never have to worry about maintaining your brand. People of integrity expect to be believed. They also know time will prove them right and are willing to wait. You are in integrity when the life you are living on the outside matches who you are on the inside. Don't compromise yourself. You are all you've got. People can technically get away with immorality but will never escape the consequences psychologically. Integrity is when you no longer need to please others. Integrity is a closeness of fit of what you would say to someone's face and what you would say about them when they leave the room. Ask yourself, if other people knew I was doing this, would I be embarrassed or ashamed? If so, it's probably not a good thing to be doing. It is not because men's desires are strong that they act ill. It is because their consciences are weak. Integrity is a powerful force, keeping you alive to others long after you have left their presence. All good is hard. All evil is easy. Dying, losing, cheating, and mediocrity is easy. Stay away from easy. It's easier to hold your principles 100% of the time than it is to hold them 98% of the time. High ethics and religious principles form the basis for success and happiness in every area of life. The thing that makes you exceptional, if you are at all, is inevitably that which makes you lonely. One should strive and employ oneself to uplift oneself. One should never dishonor oneself. The self is one's friend as well as one's enemy. There are more copies than originals among people. Intentions don't matter. Actions do. That's why being ethical is hard. Regardless of what you think or feel or wish to be true, true values are reflected in your choices and actions. In terms of picking people to work with, pick ones that have high intelligence, high energy, and high integrity. Wisdom is knowing what to do where moral rules don't apply. Fitting in requires you to lower yourself to the level of the masses. Hypocrisy is when your actions fail to live up to your words. Integrity is when your actions guide your choice of words. One person of integrity can make a difference.